I'm Alex Sharfin, and this is the Momentum Podcast, made for empire builders, game changers, trailblazers, shot takers, record breakers, world makers, and creators of all kinds. Those among us who can't turn it off and don't know why anyone would want to. We challenge complacency, destroy apathy, and we are obsessed with creating momentum so we can roll over bureaucracy and make our greatest contribution. Sure, we pay attention to their rules, but only so that we can bend them, break them, then rewrite them around our own will. We don't accept our destiny, we define it. We don't understand defeat because you only lose if you stop, and we don't know how. While the rest of the world strives for average and clings desperately to the status quo, we are the minority, the few, who are willing to hallucinate there could be a better future, and instead of just daydreaming of what could be, we endure the vulnerability and exposure it takes to make it real. We are the evolutionary hunters, clearly the most important people in the world, because entrepreneurs are the only source of consistent, positive human evolution, and we always will be. The fastest way to get into momentum. Hey, so today I've had a pretty crazy day. I just got off of a webinar where we had people from all over the world. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, literally people from Istanbul, from where else? Malta, from Canada, from Latin America, from all over Europe. Just absolutely amazing. So exciting when I get on one of these webinars and I can share with people all over the world. And I feel a crazy amount of momentum right now. I'm lit up. It's actually the end of my day. I've had a really long day. It's 6:30. My camera guy, Eddie, was here at 6:30 this morning. So this is hour number 12. I did have a break in the middle of the day when I went to the hyperbaric chamber, but I should be exhausted right now. And here's why I feel insane momentum. Because I just got on a webinar and I helped people. I didn't sell, we do training. We show people how to break through what they're feeling. This webinar that I just did was called How to Build a Game-Changing Team Without Ever Having to Manage People. And I had people on the webinar who were struggling, who were having a hard time. I answered questions, helped people create momentum. And you know what happens? I feel momentum. The fastest way for an entrepreneurial personality type like you and I to get into momentum is to give it to somebody else. See, that's one of those things that we forget. And if you haven't thought about it in a while, it might be something you should kind of check in on, lean into a little bit. Because here's what I know about people like us. When we help and contribute to those around us, we feel the positive effect. And so often in business, we get to this place where, everything becomes transactional and it's all about selling and it's about making the next deal and it's about growing the business. And it's no longer about the human being. And when you are in a place where you're not feeling momentum, when you're in a place where you're feeling constraint, when you feel shut down, when you're not feeling like you can create that forward progress you want, one of the easiest ways to get back into momentum is to stop focusing on yourself and help someone else. Today was really a long day. I had to make some tough decisions today. When I was getting on that webinar at the very beginning, like I think anyone who does webinars, I was thinking, man, do I really need to be here for the next hour and a half? And as soon as I started helping, as soon as the first person typed into the chat interface, "This is incredible," or "This is game changing," I felt that rush of momentum. And here's my theory, guys. You want to know why this happens? Because you are an evolutionary hunter. You're one of the small percentage of people put on this planet to be on the hunt, to be out there making things happen. People like you and I, we don't get excited about actually accomplishing anything. You know that every time you've achieved a goal, it has lost importance to you the closer you've gotten to actually making it happen. Why is it that happens? Because we are momentum-based human beings. We are the people who are meant to be moving forward, making things happen, accomplishing in the world. And we're supposed to do that more and more. In fact, we're supposed to contribute more, make more happen, and do it in a bigger way. And you get to a place where you can't do it on your own. And so we have this evolutionary hardwiring, this gift that if we go out and help someone like us, if we go out and help another member of our tribe, we are immediately rewarded with dopamine and serotonin and all of the chemicals that actually put us into momentum. So if you're in a place where you felt stuck and plateaued and like you couldn't create forward progress, if you're not getting the results you want, look up and ask, How do you help someone? How do you go make a difference in someone's life? And this is a leap of faith you have to trust in order to take. And I know it's not easy, because when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling like you're not getting enough, when you're feeling like you're not creating momentum, you, me, and every other entrepreneur wants to double down, dig in, and just put our heads down and work harder. But the reality is we are tribal creatures, even though some of us have forgotten that. Even though some of us have not been connected to our tribe for so long that we haven't felt that connection, and we don't really understand just how powerful it is in our lives. And so if you want to get into momentum the fastest way possible, ask yourself how you help, how you support, how you give someone else momentum, and you will see your entire life change. If you've been focused on yourself for a while, if you've been focused inwards, if you've been focused on your results, if you've been focused on what you're doing, I have a little experiment for you. Go and help someone, compliment someone, tell someone that they're doing a great job, tell someone that you appreciate them, ask someone how you can help them, give someone support, help your neighbor into their house with their groceries. It doesn't matter how small it is, because people like us, when we help a member of our tribe, the momentum is guaranteed. This is a habit that will change your life. Deliberately helping other people and then having the awareness to the momentum it brings will make you a more powerful entrepreneur. It'll make you a more intense entrepreneur. It will get you bigger results, and it's going to give you the track to momentum that so many people can't find right now. And if you're ready to create other habits in your life that create momentum, I want to help you. In fact, one of the most intense ways to connect mind and body, reconnect to who you are, and create massive forward progress is to get fully hydrated. And I know it sounds a little weird that a business coach always talks about water, but here's what I can tell you. I've worked with some of the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet for over 20 years. And those that are hydrated, those who take care of themselves, those who connect mind and body by being present and being aware, have a disproportionate level of success. So one of the first things I do with every one of my high-level coaching clients is we talk about hydration and nutrition and breathing and movement. But first, we focus on water. If you want to get the exact same coaching that my highest level clients get, if you want one of the keystone habits that will change everything in your business and your life, go to getthirstynow.com, getthirstynow.com. Take the 10-day natural thirst challenge. You will be drinking more water than you ever thought possible in no time at all. And by the way, I want to thank you for being a Momentum Podcast listener. We crossed a crazy milestone today. Here's a little insider information. Today is the day. Today, and let me just memorialize this by actually saying the right day, because I'm terrible with calendars, but today, Thursday, August 9th, we crossed 800,000 downloads for the Momentum Podcast. I almost said Entrepreneurial Personality Type Podcast. That's what we started the name as. But today, we crossed 800,000 downloads. In fact, I just pulled it up as I was talking. We're actually at 801,000 downloads, or 801,300. Geesh, I can't even say it. 801,311 downloads. That was a lot harder than it should have been. But as a content provider, as somebody who puts a podcast out there, I just want you to know this means the world to me. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for recommending this podcast to your friends, for going back to iTunes and leaving a review, for downloading this, for subscribing, and for being here for me and my team. You are helping us make a massive difference, and hitting 800,000 downloads is huge. Thank you so much. Go to getthirstynow.com, get fully hydrated, and see your life change.